Hi, I'm Delegate Ann Farrell Tata of the 99th District, and I am at Seashore State Park, now known as First Landing Park, which is 3,000 acres of beautiful park and beaches, oceanfront area. And we are so excited to show you more about the park because this is a great place for tourism and tourists, and we love our tourists, but it's also great for the citizens of the 99th District. And we want to encourage everyone to come out and visit. So to come to the park, you can buy a pass, and it's only $85 for the whole year, which actually gives you access to all the 43 parks throughout the state. And if you're a senior, you get it for $40. So it's a real deal. And we have here Wilson, not only a park ranger, but he's also a wonderful ambassador for First Landing State Park. And he's going to tell you how you can get a pass.
You can get an annual pass at any state park, or you can get it online. You can go to virginiastateparks.gov, and you can look up there the pass page, and you can buy one online.
Hi, I'm Susan Allen. I'm a constituent of Delegate Ann Farrell Tata, and I love First Landing Park. I'm also former First Lady of Virginia. When my husband was governor, we knew this park as Seashore State Park, but one of the things he did at the end of his term was to change the name to First Landing so that our citizens would learn about the history here at First Landing, the first Europeans landing in this part of our continent. So that was kind of important to him. Today I serve on a board called the Virginia Conservation and Recreation Board along with my friend Jennifer. And we have a great time learning about and visiting and touring all of the 43 state parks in Virginia and all the other property that's conservation property. What do you like best about our state parks?
As a Virginian, as someone who's grown up for multiple decades in Virginia, and as the mom of a little girl who's 3 years old, I love getting out in the park, instilling a love for nature and the preservation and conservation of our wonderful state parks.
And First Landing is especially great for kids. We've got all these brochures that allow kids to kind of go on a treasure hunt and look for birds and snakes and critters of all kinds. But they learn so much about reconnecting with nature again. Most of our state parks do have something special for every boy and girl because we want to make sure they connect with all that we have here across the Commonwealth. Make sure you take your time to get into First Landing too. One of the coolest things in this park, I think, is that we have Spanish moss growing in certain areas of the park. When the ecosystem is exactly right, you know that Spanish moss needs the right amount of humidity to grow on these trees. So it's not everywhere in the nearly 3,000 acres and on the nearly 20 miles of trails. But when you see it, you should be reminded of this. You've heard the saying, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Well, that comes from the olden days when they would use Spanish moss to be a filler inside a chair cushion or a bed mattress. And there are little tiny bugs in Spanish moss that can come crawling out. So when I see visitors in the park grabbing that off the trees to take home, I kind of remind them that there might be a few extra things in the Spanish moss they don't know about, like little bugs.
Now we're in the Visitor Center, and we are with Bruce Widener. He is the park manager for the whole First Landing Park. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So my part is to control the chaos. We're the most visited state park in Virginia. So we have a little over 1 million visits per year. We sit on about 2,888 acres. So we manage the resource. Our number one goal is to manage the resource and to protect the resource. And in that, we have to blend in recreation to it. So sometimes our policies don't jive with the community policies. They would rather see more of the recreation side. So my job is to communicate with these folks and educate them on why we do things and how we do things. Sometimes that goes over real well. Sometimes it's a little bit of a back and forth to make people understand that. So I do a lot of the talking with community leaders, manage a crew. Right now in the main summertime, we have right about 90 wage employees, and we have 11 full-time employees. And we have a tremendous amount of visitation in the summertime.
So that's one of the things we were talking about. We really love our tourists from all over the world. We love having tourists, but we also like having people right here from Virginia Beach to come and visit. So talk about the campsites, the yurts, and boating opportunities. What can they do?
Absolutely. So in our campground, we have around 201 amount of campsites. We have group sites, water and electric sites, and tent sites. In the campground, we have 4 overnight yurts that are in the dune. So we elevated the platforms that they sit on, so you can sit out on your deck and you can actually look out on the Chesapeake Bay. People love the things. They have no water and electricity. They get extremely hot in the summertime, but they stay booked. When we open the first part of March. We close the first part of December, and they will be booked solid. People love the yurts. They really do. They love the yurts. So, and we get guests from Canada, from Germany. A lot of Canadian guests come down in the summertime. I think something about the season in Canada. I think everybody goes on vacation at the same time because there's a huge influx. I know the city targets a lot of Canadian guests coming down. Down at 64th Street, that's where we said the locals attend. They go to 64th Street. That's where our boat ramp is. We can launch. We have 4 lanes for the boat ramp down there for the boats. We just recently, in the past couple of years, had that area paved and it's all lined out to where you can actually see where to park. But that's the local area. People joke that that's Seashore and this is First Landing.
No.
So we have to educate them about that. I still call this place Seashore because when I first started coming here, it was Seashore State Park.
Right.
So
And
I
those,
still love
some habits are hard to break.
It is.
Thank you so much. We're going to keep looking
Right,
around. We're still here in the 99th District, and I'm going to show you on a map where we actually are. So right here, if you look, this looks like a duck's head, and this northeast part of Virginia Beach is all the 99th District. And again, we want to encourage those citizens of the 99th to come out and visit. So all the green right here, that's the actual Seashore or First Landing Park. And this goes out into the Chesapeake Bay. Also in the district is First Landing, where the cross is, and that's over on Fort Story, which is federal property. But again, residents of Virginia Beach can go and visit that as well.
It is accessible, and it's a little bit cumbersome. You've got to check in, give them your license, and they have a van that will take you up to see the cross that is placed there to commemorate where the first landing of the Europeans were in this region. And you see how valuable this property would have been. So again, Jen and I serve on the Virginia Board of Conservation and Recreation and kind of oversee the 43 state parks. This was one of the original 6 parks in Virginia's system, and we were unique in the country to have the first system of parks in 1936. So this year we're celebrating 90 years of state parks in Virginia. Make sure you get out and see as many as you can, but if you're local, especially see and visit First Landing State Park, one of the very best.
And finally, again, I know the 99th District has a lot of military, retired military, active duty, and if you have a military ID, you can get onto Fort Story easy with your military ID. So come out and visit and explore all the offerings we have here on the 99th District. And because we care about conservation and protecting the environment in the 99th District, this is a great way to do a 5-minute cleanup. You can take a bucket, go down to the beach, pick up trash, and then when you come back, just dump your trash right here. And that way we can keep our beaches clean.